श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Yeah, Ramesh ji from Virginia. Virginia,
Yeah,
Ramesh.
sure.
Okay, from number 9. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र
यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र
लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः
लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः
तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय
तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय
मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर
मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर
सह यज्ञाः प्रजा सृष्ट्वा
सह यज्ञाः प्रजा सृष्ट्वा
पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः
पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः
अनेन प्रसविष्यध्वम्
अनेन प्रसविष्यध्वम्
येषवोस्त्विष्टकामधुक्
येषवोस्त्विष्टकामधुक्
देवान् भावयतानेन
देवान् भावयतानेन
ते देवा भावयन्तु वः
ते देवा भावयन्तु वः
परस्परं भावयन्तः
परस्परं भावयन्तः
श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ
श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ
इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवाः
Ishtan bhogan hi wo devaha
dasyante yagnya bhavitaha
dasyante yagnya bhavitaha
tairdattana pradayebhyaha
tairdattan apradayebhyaha
yo bhunkte stena eva saha
yo bhunkte stena eva saha
yagnya shishtashinas santaha
yagnya shishtashinas santaha
muchyante sarva kilbishaihi
muchyante sarva kilbishaihi
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
bhunjate te tvagam papaha
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
ye pachantyatmakaranat.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
So, verse number 13 is what we were in the last class, where Krishna is talking about that person who is that person who sees Yagnya everywhere. And so Yagnya Shishtashina Santaha. So having done the Yagnya, the person consumes, the one who consumes after offering the Yagnya. Okay, that's what he says here. But you understand that even consumption is a Yagnya. That is why we have Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Bramhayagnya. Not like you finish Yagnya and then you eat. So it's okay. It physically looks like that. But even that consumption of food is also a yajna. So Om pranaya swaha, apanaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, udanaya swaha, samanaya swaha. So this body is given to me. I did not create this body. I might I might say I possess the body, but I'm not the owner of the body. Because only the author of the body can be the owner of the body, and I'm not the author. Therefore, when I consume also, I have that attitude of yagnya. And so, yagnya shishtasina santaha, we saw that last time. Now, he says here, see, we talked last time about this, how our activities impinge on the rest of the world, on the environment. So we are beginning to see all the impacts of our activities. And this is why we have every day, we have a prarthana. Because we do papa every day. Without our knowledge, we are killing animals. Without our knowledge sometimes, or with our knowledge, we are having to consume, and life depends on life, as it were. And so we cannot help it sometimes. And therefore, we have a prarthana every day. Every day we end the day with the prarthana. Karacharana kritam va kayajam karmajam va. Like this, Shavana Nayanajam va, Manasam va aparadam. Hey, any aparadam I have done, any wrong act, any adharmic act I have done, Sarvametat kshamasva. Vihitama vihitam va, sarvametat kshamasva. Whether that was done, whether that was supposed to be done by me, but I did not do it, or did not do it properly, or it was not supposed to be done by me, but I did it, or I did it because I don't have it. If I walk, I'm going to kill animals. So I'm aware of that. It's not like I have to, I have to lead a life, and so there are things I have to do. And so at the end I say, Kshamasva, may you pardon me. Jaya Jaya Karunabdhe Sri Mahadeva Shambho. Like that, there is a shloka I had learnt from my grandmother, and I used to chant that before going to bed. And So, because this papa has to be neutralized. Without my knowledge or with my knowledge, this papa is being done. Therefore, to neutralize that, we chant this shloka every day. And then don't forget Pancha Mahayagnya. Pancha Mahayagnya is always there. Plant a tree, plant a sapling, support organizations that protect the environment, support organizations that do dharmic activities, and so forth. So Pancha Mahayagnya. What is Pancha Mahayagnya? I think by now you should know. I will tell it in a different order today as a review. First, family. Start with your family. Okay, family is important unit. I cannot help others if I can't help myself. Okay, so my family should be okay. I must be okay. Only then I can help. Only a strong person can help others. A weak person cannot help others. So start with the family. Family, Pitryagnya. Pitryagnya. Pitris, I am a product of my rishis. And I didn't bring anything new into this world. I came empty-handed. And my Pitris gave me everything. My ancestors made me who I am. Therefore, I offer my salutations to my forefathers. Correct? Pitryagnya. Then and how do I do Pitryagnya? Well, all the yagas we do, we recall, we remember our Pitris. And of course, shraddha is offered. Shraddha is given, very important ritual. Every Amavasya it is done. And so you recall them and you offer your salutations to them. Okay, Pitryagnya. Then family. From family, go out little further. Society, people. Okay, Manushyayagnya. People. We cannot. Why should somebody else suffer? A suffering person should not be there, but yet there are so many people who suffer and who cannot help themselves. Therefore, I am there to help them. That's the attitude. Manushyayagnya. What can I do so I can help them? That's it. Manushyayagnya. And that is constant. And all over the world it is there, people do it. Manushyayagnya. Then next, go further. Bhootayagnya. Environment. Hey, people are there are other living beings too. And so other living beings, plants, animals. And so I have to protect them. Many of them, they cannot protect themselves, in fact. And they can protect themselves, but I can destroy them also. I can destroy their habitat. So it is my job, my responsibility. So Bhootayagnya, correct? Starts from home, starts from Rangoli onwards, it starts. And I told you the other day, you walk around, there is all these cobwebs, and then there is a lizard going this way and that way, and there is a family of lizards also there. The same lizard is you see every day. So that means that fellow is controlling his a pet. This is my room, this is my house, you better not enter this house. Okay, so he guards his habitat very, very, he's very protective about that. So, and then I say, what do? I say, okay, one lizard, two lizards I can handle. So, okay, go on, have your field day, and don't fall on my table. Okay, just hold on to the wall as strong as possible, and stay where you are. Don't come down. Okay, and so I let him be. And so there are all these bugs and all that. Mosquitoes always there here in India, and so we allow certain things to happen. And so Bhootayagnya, let it be, and they have their role to play. And like this, so my vision outside also, the entire world, I have that vision, and therefore Bhootayagnya. So what is it? Pitryagnya, family, Manushyayagnya, correct, society, and then Bhootayagnya, include the environment, and then what? Then cosmos, ecology, the complete universe ecology, and that is Devayagnya. Devatas, we talked so much about Devatas. Every phenomenon is a Devata. Everything that is, a leaf is moving, it's all Devata. Vayu Devata, Agni Devata, Varuna Devata, etc., etc. So my recognition of all these Devatas. So there is Devayagnya. So in our rituals, we have Deva Tarpanam and all that. In our Sandhyavandanam, we have Deva Tarpanam, Rishi Tarpanam, like that we have. So we acknowledge all that. And we act it out. We act out. In our prayers, we actually act it out. We do this Deva Tarpanam. And then finally what? Then Bramhayagnya. Veda. So Sahayagnya Praja Srishtva Purovacha Prajapati. Prajapati gave us the Vedas. And Vedas are there long before the universe came. Vedas have come. Therefore, I do Yagnya. What is my Yagnya to the Vedas? Well, my study of the Vedas. How else can I protect the Vedas? Only when I study it, I can protect it. And so once in a while, I pick up the Bhagavad Gita book from my puja room. Once in a while, I pick up this book that somebody gave me long ago, and it has so many mantras. What is all this? And then you say, my God, this is amazing. Somebody gave it to me when I was married, and I never opened this book. Okay, good. So this is my Yagnya. That is called Bramhayagnya. And then I want to learn more, and then go to an Acharya and learn that. And then teach that. That becomes Bramhayagnya. Correct? Brahma means Veda. One of the meanings of the word Brahma is Veda. Okay. So that Pancha Mahayagnya is to be done in order to neutralize all the Papa Karma that I have gained. And I continue to also, sometimes without my knowledge, also I do that. Okay. So, so here in this shloka, that person Yagnya Shishtashinaha Sarva Kilbishaihi Muchyante. Okay, we said that last time. So that person is freed from Upadravas, freed from all these impurities, so-called, freed from all these difficulties that come out of fructification of Papa. Okay, relatively. Now, then there is another interpretation Shankara gives, and he says this Santaha is there. The word Santaha has two meanings. One is being. Yagnya Shishtashinaha Santaha means being somebody who consumes only after offering. That is the meaning of Santaha. Santaha means being. Being like that, they are freed. They are freed from all difficulties like that. That is one interpretation. But then Santa has another interpretation. Sant, saint, all these words come from this Santaha only. Sat Dhatu. Sat Pratipadikam. And Sat means a wise person. Satyam Janati iti. San, Santaha. And so that Santaha means wise people. Wise people are freed from kilbishas. Wise people are freed from all kilbishas. So that means what? That means kilbisha means Papa. Wise people are freed from all Papa. How can anybody be freed from Papa? When there is infinite amount of Papa and Punya in our accounts, how you can be free from that? So you can only be free by knowing that you are not a karta. I have mistaken myself to be a karta, and the minute you know you are not a karta, you are free. So that wise person is free. Sarva kilbishaihi. Sarva. Ashesha. So not a dash of Papa or Punya left. In that manner, the person is freed. And so that is the other interpretation Shankara gives here. And so here, then he says, look at that. Bhunjate te tu agham papaha ye pachanti atmakaranat. So let's split it. Bhunjate te tu agham. It's two words. Tu agham. Papaha ye pachanti atmakaranat. That is a way to split that also. So Sanskrit students are going to just smile. Oh, pachanti. I know what pachanti is, Pachati, pachataha, pachanti. Pachasi, pachatha, pachatha. Pachami, pachavaha, pachamaha. So there you go. 9 forms are there. Present tense. Okay. So So here, look at that. Tu, on the other hand, right? Tu. So he's talked about Yagnya Shistashinaha, those who are very aware of this cosmos and do their actions with that awareness. And then on the other hand, who are the other people? So they are called Papaha. He has called them Papaha. Papaha. Those who are just driven by their ragadveshas, they have no understanding of what you're talking about. This Devata and all is meaningless. And who are you to tell me all these things? I will do what I want. Do I have free will or not? Yes, you do have free will. No, I am going to use my free will. As simple as that. Why are you lecturing me about all these things? So that person is called a papa, papi. Here papaha, papaha ase asti iti papaha. So the one who is helpless and just commits, leads a life of adharma, ends up leading a life of adharma. Okay, that person. Okay, what about that? Who are such people? Ye pachanti atma karanat. Correct? Ye pachanti. Pachanti means they cook. They cook. Cook means cook food. And for whom they cook food? Atma karanat. For their own self, they cook. And so their own self. And without even thinking about others. And so such people, those who cook for their own sake, what do? Te agham bhunjate. Te agham bhunjate. Agham. Does that ring a bell or not? I'm looking at all of you now. Agham. Okay, Bhagya, where did you go ahead and unmute yourself?
Anagham, agham, right?
Anagam. So where did we see that? Yeah, Anirudh.
Mayanaga. I think Krishna referred to Arjuna as Mayanaga.
In Shloka number 3, correct?
3.
Yeah. So some of you, many of you have recognized that. So Lokesmin Dividarishta Pura Prokta Maya Anagha. Correct? So that same Agha comes here. So Anagha was one who is free of Papa, one who is pure. And here Agha. So he says, Te Agham Bhunjate. Te Agham Bhunjate. They consume Papa. Okay? They eat Papa. That is the meaning. Papa. Pap ko khate hain. So they are just helpless. They are just living in a life of Papa. That is what he's saying here. And so sometimes this word Papa is translated as sin. Sin. So we don't do that in this class, because we acknowledge that sin is a word that is reserved for something else. It's reserved for a Christian concept of sin, which has some implications, Adam and Eve and things like that. So for us, Papa is very clear. It's quantified. So number one, it is quantified. Number two, it is a result of my own actions, present or past actions. This Papa. So therefore, but sin does not apply like that. Sin is because somebody else did something. I am suffering. I am a sinner. And so that idea comes. So we don't want to bring that here. And Swamiji makes it a point to mention it. And so for us, Papa is quantifiable. It's commensurate to our actions. Just like your, the violations. There is a parking violation. There is a speed ticket, speeding ticket you get, and then there is a murder one has committed, and then the punishments are all different. Parking ticket, simple, he gives you a ticket, you have to look at it, and you whatever feelings you have, and then you pay the price, and then you walk away from there. Speeding ticket, that's a bigger problem, because you've got all these cops, and then they caught you, and then in India, they harass you. They just keep you on the side. They won't even talk to you. At least in America, they will just catch you and they'll say, sir, very politely, sir, Do you know you were speeding? It's amazing. These two countries are so different. And do you know you were speeding? And I don't know what's there in his mind, but and yeah, you see, yeah, I'm sorry, I was speeding. If you say, then he may feel a little karuna there, and he may have a dialogue, and he may let you go. But if you say something else, then I don't know what. So he has a potential to give a ticket, which you have to not pay to this man. You have to go to the court and pay, and so it's a different thing altogether. So like that, this Papa Punya in our culture is all quantified, and so and so that is important for us to know. And so those who eat for themselves, cooking for themselves and eat by themselves. Sometimes I used to think like this. I used to be alone and in America, and I used to live. And I used to cook for myself only. Atma karanateva. For many days, this is what I do. I used to wonder, what is this? Punjate te tvagam papaha ye pachanti atma karanat. I say, no, I have to do something to neutralize this. So once in a while, I used to invite my friends also. So some friends may remember that. So anyway, so here, going back to the shloka here, let's translate it. Yagnya shishtashina santaha muchyante sarva kilbishaihi. So those who eat, comma, having first offered the food to Ishvara. Those who eat, comma, having first offered the food to Ishvara. So yagnya shishtashina santaha. Sarva kilbishaihi muchyante, are released from quote unquote impurities. Are released from impurities, comma. To, whereas those people given to Papa, those people given to Papa, given to is a technical usage in English. It means those who are inclined to do something like that. That is the meaning. Given to Papa, those people given to Papa, who cook only for themselves, Atmakaranat pachanti, ye Atmakaranat pachanti, okay, eat Papa. Eat Papa. Te agham bhunjate. Te agham bhunjate. So we've just done an anvaya here. Anvaya means reorganizing the words to suit our English translation. So those who eat, comma, having first offered the food to Ishvara, comma, are released from quote unquote impurities, comma or semicolon, whereas those people given to Papa who cook only for themselves eat papam. Full stop. Okay. Number 14. Okay. Who hasn't chanted in a while? Yeah. Vijay and Haraprasad and Sudha and Sukanya. All right. Sukanya, go ahead. Annat.
Annad.
Bhavanti bhutani.
Bhavanti bhutani.
Parjanyat.
Parjanyat.
Anna Sambhavaha.
Anna Sambhavaha.
Yagnyat
Yagnyat
Bhavati Parjanyaha.
Bhavati Parjanyaha.
Yagnya
Yagnya
Karma Samudbhavaha.
Karma Samudbhavaha.
Annad Bhavanti Bhutani.
Annad Bhavanti Bhutani.
Parjanyadanna Sambhavaha.
Parjanyadanna Sambhavaha.
Yajnad Bhavati Parjanyaha.
Yagnyat Bhavati Parjanyaha.
Yajnah Karma Samudbhavaha.
Yagnya Karma Samudbhavaha.
So here, in this shloka and the next 14 and 15, he's going to talk about this cosmic cycle, how this wheel, the wheel of this cosmic wheel, how it moves. That Krishna is telling in these two shlokas, 14 and 15. Okay, very interesting. Let's see how it is. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Okay, so you can see here, from food, bhutani bhavanti. Bhutani means beings, living beings. Living beings are born of food. That is the literal translation here. And born of food, living beings. How is that possible? I keep some food on the table. Okay. And then I wait. I wait for a day. I wait for 2 days. I wait for 3 days. And no living beings are born. I don't see anything. Table still, the food is there. There's only a lot of stench coming. A lot of fungus. Oh, fungus is formed from food. That's what I can see. I don't see any living beings coming out of this food. So we can't take it literally. We say, so Shankara says, Bhagavan Bhashikara says, Bhuktat Annat. Bhuktat, the food that is consumed. Shankara is making it easier for us, Otherwise, we have this habit of taking things too literally, We take everybody literally, and then we get upset. And then we get confused and we get lost. So Shankara is saying, no, it's not Annat. It is Bhuktat Annat. And Shankara also says, Bhuktat Lohitaf Lohita Retaf Parinatat. He adds that word. Lohita Retaf Parinatat. He says the consumed food, when it gets converted to blood and seed, then that produces beings. Beings are formed like that. Like that, he's giving us a little orderly transition here. So the birth of human beings, the human beings are born from annam. That is the idea here. And so, of course, very true. And they say you are what you eat. That also is their statement. So every particle of this body has come from food only. And then Krishna is saying, Parjanyad anna sambhava. So annat. So that at in Sanskrit means from whatever is said there, from annam. So here look, Parjanyat, same form, at, like that it comes. Next line also, Yagnyat, from Yagnya. So that at, fifth Panchami, fifth case. Okay. So Parjanyat anna sambhavaha. So how did food come into being? Well, food has come from Parjanyaha. Parjanyaha, literal meaning clouds, and implied meaning is rains. Rains. So Parjanyat anna sambhavaha. So that also we can understand. Then how did the clouds come about? He says, Yagnyat bhavati parjanyaha. Now, having introduced Yagnya before, now he says, Yagnyat bhavati parjanyaha. Look at that. Don't say, no, the water is there in the rivers and the seas, and then the sun is evaporating the water, and then the evaporated water goes up, forms clouds and all that. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. That 100% true. But then who creates all this process? How is this process sustained, my dear? Yagnya sustains that. Yagnya sustains all this entire process of evaporation, condensation, rain and storms and all these things are sustained by Yagnya. So what is Yagnya here? Yagnya. So we know some meanings of the word Yagnya. Yagnya is a physical ritual, and Yagnya can also be Veda. And here Yagnya means Punya. All related meanings. There are different meanings, but related meanings. Here Punya. Punya is what produces rain. Krishna says, look at that. Our recognition, our daily prarthana, everybody's daily prarthana, all that produces rains and produces all the factors that are needed for us to survive in this world. And so that highlights the importance of our daily prarthana, of our daily recognition of Ishvara, so important, of our Pancha Mahayagnya, so important. So all of us, so suppose I say, now how does it matter if I do or not? Everybody else is doing. So if I don't do, will the whole world fall apart or what? It doesn't fall apart. I'm just a small one person among 8 billion people. It's not going to make a difference. There's a story, this the minister told the king, Vikramaditya, that what, there is a problem in your kingdom. People are dishonest. King said, what do you mean? People are dishonest. This is the one greatest kingdom. Yeah, that's what you think. But I'm sorry, that's not the way it is. Prove to me. I said, okay, I'll prove to you. So an offering of milk, Abhishekam was organized. Everybody was asked to get a cup of milk. And they have to pour the milk in a big tank, they have to climb up and pour the milk. And you can't see what is there in the tank. You have to kind of do like this. You don't know what is there in the tank. And so everybody came and stood in a line and poured it. And then the minister called the king, come, look inside, what is there? And they found they found water inside. Okay, everybody is thinking, hey, I'll take water. Everybody else is getting milk. And my water is not going to, it's going to go unnoticed. And everybody thought like this. So this is the problem. This is the problem. And I'll give you another example. Very respected person in my life. And that person, he's a Vaidika. He's true Vaidika. He does all the karmas and he teaches that to children and so forth and others, adults. And he said, this time to vote came, Indian elections or American elections, whatever, doesn't matter. And he said, during that conversation, he said, how will my vote matter, Jayakumar? And you know what I told him? I told him, look, who is doing Sandhya Vandanam these days? Who is doing all the yaga and all that you're talking about? Huh? Nobody is doing. Do you think you're going to change the world by doing and teaching one boy, you're going to teach Sandhya Vandanam, you're going to change the world? This is what I asked him. The next minute he went to vote. He went to vote. Because look at that, look at the thinking. Our thinking is all fragmented, all double standards everywhere. We don't know. Wherever it is convenient, we do certain way. Where it's not convenient, we just let go. So this idea, our role, so important. Individual is such an important entity in this world. And like in chorus singing, So long ago, we organized a program called Shanti. Huge program. And this Kanik's, our friend Kanikeswaran was the organizer, and so we did a fundraiser for our people, so our to send money to India, and so the 200 singers or something like that, and singing in chorus, and then western orchestra is playing on the side, many people playing violin, and this orchestra group is there, and this thing is going on. And practice 1 year before the program we started practicing. That's how big the program was. And then somebody told me one day, say, I had the musician, I'm not a musician, so there are musicians, and we had friends, and they took care of all this people who would sing, in that program. Somebody came and said, how come all these other people ABC, how come they are singing? They don't know how to sing. I told him, you know what? How many people are singing? 200 people. Okay, you have a problem with 3 people. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it, I said. It will take care of itself, basically. Their voices will not be heard, don't worry. Said, oh, I see, okay. So like that, this chorus singing is also. So somebody comes and says, they don't open their mouth, or their swara is different. It doesn't matter, because chorus, That's the beauty of chorus chanting. Always good to be part of chorus. And so anyway, like that. So we want to recognize our role. Our role is important. Every individual is important. I am important. The creation is incomplete without me, and the creation depends on me. So that attitude is so important. And so here, Yagnyat bhavati parjanya. Correct? The rains comes because of my yagnya, and my yagnya. And my yagnya means my actions which create punyam, and that punyam creates all the phenomena that are needed to survive here. And so therefore, actions producing punyam, adrishtam, and the adrishtam producing the rains and things like that, the ecology sustaining phenomena, everything happens. That's the process here. And what about yagnya? How is that created? Here Krishna says yagnya karma samudbhavaha. Yagnya karma samudbhavaha. Obviously, because action only produces results, and so it is my action that is critical. My role is so important, and so free will is so important. Free will, the world depends on my free will. And so that's why we don't say that karma is everything preordained. And so what is my role? Sometimes people ask that question. And everything is preordained, so what should I do? How does it matter whether I do anything or not do anything? No, not acceptable. Not acceptable. Krishna is very clear about it. And my role, the individual's role, is so important. And dharma becomes very, very, very important. Okay. So here, yagnya karma samudbhavaha. And Shankara also makes it clear. This yagnya is adrishta. So karma samudbhava. By my actions, yagnya here means adrishta, slightly different meaning than the yagnya we have used before. And so karmana punyam, punyena vrishtihi ityadi. So punyena parjanya, vrishtihi ityadi means parjanya in this shloka, correct? And then parjanyat annam, and then annat bhutani. That's the sequence here. How the chakram, the ecology, how it runs. Good. So let's go back and translate this shloka. Annat bhutani bhavanti. That is one sentence. Living beings are born of food. Annat bhutani bhavanti. Semicolon. Parjanyat anna sambhavaha. Food is born of rain. Food is born of rain. Semicolon. Yagnyat parjanyaha bhavati. Yagnyat parjanyaha bhavati. Rain is born of yagnya. Rain is born of yagnya. Within brackets, punyam. Punyam. Semicolon. Rain is born of yagnya. And yagnya, so yagnya karma samudbhavaha. And yagnya, within brackets, punyam, is born of action. Born of action. Which implies human action. Because animal action doesn't come into play here. Animals do not have free will. And that's why animals cannot destroy the environment. You can never blame the animals. You can't point to animals and say it's because of these creatures. These creatures cannot. We come up with, we are very creative people, We can come up with all kinds of arguments. And so only the person with free will can do all this. And so this argument continues. How does karma come? That Krishna is going to say in the next shloka, 15th shloka. Okay. So let's see. Haraprasad, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Yeah. Karma brahmodbhavam.
Karma brahmodbhavam.
Vidhi.
Vidhi.
Brahmakshara samudbhavam.
Brahmakshara samudbhavam.
Tasmat.
Tasmat.
Sarvagatam Brahma.
Sarvagatam Brahma.
Nityam Yagnye.
Nityam Yagnya.
Pratishtitam.
Pratishtitam.
Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi.
Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi.
Brahmakshara samudbhavam.
Brahmakshara samudbhavam.
Tasmat sarvagatam Brahma.
Tasmat sarvagatam Brahma.
Nityam Yagnye Pratishtitam.
Nityam Yagnya Pratishtitam.
So, Brahma, the word Brahma appears 3 times in this shloka. Okay, you may have noticed that already. Brahma. Okay, so let's look at some meanings of Brahma. Okay, Brahmaji is there, the Srishtikarta, the creator, Brahmaji. That person is Brahma. Okay, Dhirga, Brahma. Next, this Brahma, as in Brahman. Brahman. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. So Nirgunam Brahma. Sagunam Brahma. When we say that Brahma is not Brahmaji. That Brahma is that Nirgunam Brahma. Vastu. That thing which is equated to Atma. That is Brahman. That is neuter gender. Brahmaji is masculine gender. Brahma is neuter gender. Okay, we call it Brahman sometimes, we call it Brahma sometimes. Okay, so both are same. Brahman is the Pratipadikam root, it becomes Brahma. Like karma, in Sanskrit we say karma. The actual the root is karman. Karman is the root. and it just becomes, in the first case nominative, it becomes karma, like that, Brahma. Okay. So, and then there is another meaning for the word Brahma, which is Vedaha or Vedaha. Vedas. The Vedas are referred to as Brahma. As we have seen in the Pancha Mahayagnya, Bramhayagnya. Correct? Bramhayagnya, Yagnya of the Veda, worship of the Vedas. Correct? That is, those are three meanings we can remember here. Okay. And here, that word Brahmodbhavam, karma we've seen before, it is action. And here action can be more specific to Vedic action, Vaidika karma. Because Brahma here refers to Vedas. Vedas won't tell you to do, eat food when you're hungry. It doesn't have to say that. You don't need Vedas to say all that. Or it won't say, if your scooter runs out of petrol, go to the petrol station and fill some gas. It doesn't have to say all that. It's all Laukika karma. And therefore here karma here is Vaidika karma, and Brahma refers to Veda. Okay. And why Brahma refers to Veda? Why should this word Brahma not refer to Brahman? Saguna Brahman or Nirguna Brahman. Why? Because in the first line it says Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi. May you understand, hey Arjuna, may you understand that karma, Vaidika, that karma is born of Brahma. Okay. But then he says Brahma Akshara Samudbhavam. Brahma also is born of something. And it is born of Akshara. Akshara, Ishvara, imperishable. So that is imperishable Brahma you can take, imperishable Ishvara you can take. Therefore, the Brahma that comes here cannot be Nirgunam Brahma, because that Brahma is uncreated. Cannot be created by anything. Therefore, we know that the word Brahma here means Vedaha. Vedaha. So, Veda. So we will discuss this. We are running out of time. So the Veda provides everything that is needed for a human being. How do we know that? Well, Purusharthas are there, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And it offers Artha, it offers Kama also it offers. So all our people, our ancients were all experts in this. And so they used to follow many disciplines, many of these rituals very rigorously, seriously. Even kings used to do it. Kings were firm believers in Vedas. For them, Veda is the one that guided their life. So much so that even the kings who thought they did not have enough in this life, and they wanted more in the next life. I want to compete with Indra in my next life. Okay. That much confidence these people have. They just go all the way, because they recognize, I can get better and better and better. And so they also do Yagnya. So this Vajasravas did it, right? Kathopanishad tells us that this Nachiketa's father, after all this, he gave up everything. Why do you give up everything? Are you becoming a sannyasi or what? No. I'm not going to become a sannyasi. I may become a sannyasi now, but later on, next Janma, I'm expecting something better. Okay, that's the idea. So that Veda has given Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha also. Moksha is there, Vedanta is always there. Or if you say Moksha means going to heaven, then okay, that also is there. Your definition of Moksha, whatever that is, that's also part of the Vedas. So Vedas provides for everybody in all stages of their lives. And therefore, Veda is considered, Swamiji uses the word, Shankara uses the word Sarvagnya. Sarvagnya Veda. All-knowing Veda. Look at that. What what a status we give to the Veda, and here we need to spend some time talking about knowledge and whether knowledge can be created or not. This is an important topic for us in Vedanta. And in our world, so many products, in any world, products are constantly produced, invented, and the computer was not there before. The computer was created. Invented means what? Did not exist before. So the knowledge of computer was created, correct? Did not exist before. Is that a true statement? Knowledge of computer did not exist before the computer was created. Is that a true statement? You think about it. You think about it, and then we'll continue this discussion in the next class, okay? Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha gobhramanebhyah shubhamastu nityam lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasyashalini deshoyam kshobarahitah brahmanas santu nirbhayah om sarve bhavantu sukhinah सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ